Hello, my name is Dr. Ruthie. I'm a sexuality educator and relationship expert. My site's over at exploringintimacy.com, but I'm here because the fun and wonderful folks at funwares.com are letting me answer your questions on sex and relationships. So here we go. A question that came in on Twitter recently at Dr. Ruthie, Drruthie, was how do I give my partner better sexual feedback without hurting their feelings? Very good question and a very important one. We all have things that we wish our partners would do more of or stop doing, or would try in a different way, or would just do a little bit differently. But how do we let them know about that and what we need, especially if things tend to hurt their feelings when we bring it up, or we're just not willing to take that risk. We're nervous of taking that risk. But also, it shouldn't be, a situation where we hurt each other. It should be a situation where we grow together. So how can I give that kind of feedback without, making it a problem in a way that makes us closer instead? So all excellent goals. The number one problem that I hear folks tell me about, absolute number one with giving sexual feedback, and I still give them credit for trying, but it's just the wrong time and place and way, is issuing one's complaints or dissatisfaction right after the end of sex. Either when sex didn't work out the way you wanted it to, or one person thinks it did and the other person thinks it didn't. That is not the right time. This postcoital bliss, which is not sometimes not blissful for anyone involved or for everyone involved, still is a time of extreme vulnerability. And this is a time that we can use to bolster the relationship by exchanging sweet nothings, positive body language, talking about the things that went really well, just enjoying being in the moment, using the energy to get up and make yourself the best ice cream sundae ever, whatever it is that works for you in that moment. But we want to keep it neutral or positive. Now, what if the sex went really badly and everybody knows it? We can still appreciate that we tried something together, that it's going to, be something that brings us closer because we learned. Although watch your wording on that and how you say it to each other. You might appreciate that silently. We can appreciate snuggling with each other after the fact. We can appreciate that we're still sexual people who keep right on trying. We can have a good laugh about it because bodies are funny and sex is funny, and it may have been a funny situation if you look at it right, as long as it's not going to hurt the other person. Um, Even if it didn't go well, or even if it didn't go well for both of you and you feel like they really need to know that, that is not the time to bring it up. This is the time to bolster the intimacy in the situation. Even if the two of you are not long-term committed partners, this is not the time to tear each other down because it really has more negative impact than is intended. Hopefully you're not intending to have that much negative impact. So right afterwards is not the right time. When is the right time? Well, it's as much the right way as the right time. And so there are two suggestions I have on that. The first is very much in the moment, which is offering your partner a firm but upbeat redirect. This is the optimal thing we want to be able to do if we can. Ooh, sweetie, not right there, too tender. Over here like this. I really liked what you were doing a second ago. Can you go back to that? That tickles. Try this. Okay. And you're not being too directive, or micromanaging. You're letting them know what you do and don't want. You're making that a firm boundary. Ooh, not right there. Go back there, right? And you're letting them know what you do want more of. And you're not holding a grudge with anything. Okay. You're just letting it continue to be good. You've offered the redirection. You've made it firm. Not this. I want this. You've led them to what you like and a little bit about how you like it, and you're letting them have fun with what they like and how they like it, which happens to be what you like and how you like it, but they like it now because you're enjoying it. I hope that made sense. Your pleasure becomes their pleasure, in short. And then you can go back to having fun and not worry about the mess up that just happened a second ago. It's no big deal. Now, if folks do not take that kind of redirection and limit, then you might just have to say, nope, we're not doing that. We're doing this. You can repeat that limit and be a little bit more firm about it, but hopefully they'll take it the first time and understand that that limit is a limit, but you want to keep everything fun, and so you're giving them something new and fun to do. So right in the moment is helpful, but even if they're not doing anything wrong and you want them to start doing something right that they're not doing, although nothing is technically wrong, nothing's technically right either. You can say, I really loved it when you started to, and I love it if you do a little more. Or hey, that thing a second ago where you did that thing, I really like that. Could you try that again? And so that can help them to move in the right direction. What if they didn't really start to do that thing? Sometimes you can just believe the best in people and pretend like you thought that they were, and that can give them that information. Or, if it's that kind of confident nature that you have and you can make this kind of suggestion because you're that far along in the relationship and your confidence, then you can just go ahead and say, you know what I really like is this. Would you give it a shot? It would totally rock my world. Um, so making those redirections, those limits and those requests in the moment and an upbeat directing towards the positive way. So you're not saying, I hate that, stop it, which is going to kill it, because there's nowhere positive to go. If you need the whole situation to end then, that's absolutely appropriate and it should end then. But if you want to keep it rolling in a more positive way, then it's the happy redirection. You don't hesitate to do show and tell. This can be so fun. You know what? I'd really love to show you something special. And I'm going to remember this forever if you're going to let me show it to you, and then you can try it with me. Okay? Or if I feel like I'm not doing it just the way you like it. Would you show me how you like it? And then I can do it too. Would you put your hand on top of my hand or my hand on top of your hand? Right? Whatever the case may be. You can also guide them and ask for guidance. Let me show you what I like. And would you show me how you like it and tell me more about it? Would you tell me about the hottest kiss you've ever had? And then the next time you have a few tips for that, right? And then finally, ask for more of what went well afterwards. So afterwards, you're asking for what went well the next time. You're basking in the afterglow. You're stroking each other's egos like crazy. You're snuggling up together. And instead of saying what you didn't like, focus on the stuff you did like. I really love the way I'm never going to forget how, what my favorite part was. And then that is something for them to remember the next time. The other time to bring up feedback is significantly afterwards. You've had the afterglow, you've affirmed each other or enjoyed your body language, you've gotten up and made the best Sunday ever, or gone to work, or whatever you've done, and then the next day you're talking about things you do and don't like, and if there's something you really need to address that didn't go right, that's a good time because your other partner can hear it well, and they're not in such a vulnerable state, and you can again try the upbeat redirection. This one thing that happened, it really doesn't work for me. I really don't want to get into why, or I'd like to tell you why. Here's what really would work for me that I would love to experience with you. So it gives folks a place to move forward to instead of getting mired in the problem. All right, I hope that helps you to have better feedback and to give better feedback to your partners. I am Dr. Ruthie, and I will see you at the next video.